Life is a race. It's a race and a competition, mostly for men, I would say. Um, you're competing for a lot of different things, but I would say the main point or the main thing you're competing for is women. And I know it sounds kind of weird to say that you're competing for women, and it's kind of against what people usually say these days because most people like saying that they only do things for themselves. So I only train for myself, I only run for myself, I only earn money for myself. But at the end of the day, we're all driven by the urge and like the want to reproduce. By competing with other men, you're competing for the most beautiful and the most loyal women of them all. Essentially, what you're doing is the better you do in this race, the better quality woman you get in life. And a lot of people don't even realize that they're a part of this race. That's why it's very important to actually accept the fact that you are competing against everyone else. So if you're not working as hard as you can, the guy next to you might get the girl that you actually could have had children with. And that's just the brutal fact of this world. It is harsh and it is tough, but at the moment you accept that that's reality, you get the advantage of knowing your competition and then having the motivation to actually outrun these guys. I would say it's mostly like a track race, so a race where you're running against everybody else. And the analogy is that the more work you put into yourself and into the work you're doing, and for example into fitness and entrepreneur related things, the faster you're running. So the better you're doing in life, the faster you're running. And at the end is the goal and all the women, and the first prize is the most beautiful and best quality woman of them all. And your goal is to get as close to that, if not that, as possible. But the problem is a lot of people do things in their day-to-day life like watching TikTok and Instagram reels, maybe watching Netflix or sitting and playing video games. And that would be the same as somebody running a track and field race and then halfway through it just sitting down and watching a film on the sofa. That would be quite stupid, to be like honest, because the guys not doing that would just outrun you by a mile. So if you use that analogy, it's easy to see that wasting time and just sitting playing some kind of video game or watching a movie is obviously a waste of time, at least if your goal is to get the best result out of life. And of course, nobody's perfect. I do all of those things myself. And I won't lie, I've done too much the last week or so. But the fact that you accept that you're actually doing this against other people could kind of motivate you to actually say, wait a minute, if I am sitting watching this movie while somebody else is grinding and working hard, that guy could probably steal my future wife. The thing is, you don't want that, so by using this way of viewing life, you could hopefully waste less time, because every time you sit down to watch something or to waste time, the best outcome is that you remember this race and think, why would anybody ever stop running a race halfway through? And think that was the point of my video, so thank you for watching.